A simple interpretation of Surah Al-Fatihah, the opening. I1. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. 2. All the praises and thanks be to Allah, the Lord, 1. Of the Âlamîn, mankind, jinn and all that exists. 2. 3. The most gracious, the most merciful. 4. The only owner, and the only ruling judge, of the day of recompense, i.e., the day of resurrection. 5. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help, for each and everything. 6. Guide us to the straight way. 3. 7. The way of those on whom you have bestowed your grace. 4. Not the way of those who earned your anger. 5. I.e., those who knew the truth, but did not follow it, nor of those who went astray, i.e., those who did not follow the truth out of ignorance and error. 6. 7. 1. v. 1-2. Lord. The actual word used in the Quran is Rabb. There is no proper equivalent for Rabb in English language. It means the one and the only Lord for all the universe, its creator, owner, organizer, provider, master, planner, sustainer, cherisher, and giver of security. Rabb is also one of the names of Allah. We have used the word Lord as the closest to Rabb. All occurrences of Lord in the interpretation of the meanings of the Noble Quran actually mean Rabb and should be understood as such. 2. v. 1-2. Narrated Abu Sa'id bin al-Mu'alla. While I was praying in the mosque, Allah's messenger, Sars, called me but I did not respond to him. Later I said, O Allah's messenger, I was praying. He said, didn't Allah say, answer Allah, by obeying him, and his messenger when he, Sars, calls you. v. 8-24. He then said to me, I will teach you a surah which is the greatest surah in the Quran, before you leave the mosque. Then he got hold of my hand, and when he intended to leave the mosque, I said to him, didn't you say to me, I will teach you a surah which is the greatest surah in the Quran? He said, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Âlamîn, i.e., all the praises and thanks be to Allah, the Lord of the Âlamîn, mankind, jinn and all that exists. Sûrat Al Fâtihah, which is as Sab al-Mathani, i.e., the 7 times recited verses, and the Grand Quran which has been given to me. Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 6, Hadith number 1. 3. v. 1-6. Guidance is of 2 kinds. A. Guidance of tawfiq, i.e., totally from Allah, i.e., Allah opens one's heart to receive the truth, from disbelief to belief in Islamic monotheism. B. Guidance of irshad, i.e., through preaching by Allah's messengers and the pious preachers who preach the truth, i.e., Islamic monotheism. 4. v. 1-7, i.e., the way of the prophets, the Siddiqun, i.e., those followers of the Prophet, who were first and foremost to believe in him, like Abu Bakr as Siddiq, the martyrs and the righteous, as Allah, Lord Almighty and Exalted, said. And whoso obeys Allah and the Messenger, Muhammad, says, then they will be in the company of those on whom God has bestowed His grace, of the prophets, the Siddiqun, the martyrs, and the righteous. And how excellent these companions are. v. 4-69. 5. v. 1-7. Narrated, Adi bin Hatim, Ra. I asked Allah's Messenger, Sars, about the statement of Allah. 1. Ghair al-Madubi, Alaihim, not the way of those who earned your anger. He, Sars, replied, they are the Jews. And 2. Waladi Dalan, nor of those who went astray. He, Sars, replied, the Christians, and they are the ones who went astray. This hadith is quoted by at-Tirmidhi and Abu Dawood. 6. v. 1-7. Narrated, Ubadah bin as-Samit, Ra. Allah's Messenger, Sars, said, whoever does not recite Sûrat Al-Fatihah in his prayer is invalid. Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 1, Hadith number 723. 7. v. 1-7. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Ra. Allah's Messenger, Sars, said, when the Imam says, Ghairi el-Madubi, Alaihim waladi dalan, i.e. not the way of those who earned your anger, nor the way of those who went astray. 1-7. Then you must say, Âlamîn. For if one's utterance of Âlamîn coincides with that of the angels, then his past sins will be forgiven. Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 6, Hadith number 2.